welcome to another video. It's the start of week 21. Yep, really big numbers. I've kind of got to get over that because I've started the last two videos with pretty much exactly the same sentence. So I'm just going to brush past it now. Today has not been very good. I overdid it yesterday. I did way too much. And even though I slept okay, still not feeling good today. Really tired and a bit nauseous. Actually, something very exciting happened today. Well, it's not very exciting, but it's quite exciting. It's relatively exciting. I published a post on my blog all about the fact that I'm going to do a course of IV antibiotics at Breakspear. And I haven't mentioned this in any of my videos yet, even though I've known about it for quite a while. I'm not really sure why I did that. I knew that people would have a lot of questions, so I wanted to kind of do an FAQ type post addressing the most common questions, because I don't have the energy to answer everyone's individual questions, so it's much easier to just kind of direct them to this. Obviously, the idea about spending a month away from home is pretty terrifying, and add to that having to have IVs 6 days a week for a month. That means leaving the house, nearly every day. I struggle to leave the house more than once a week. So I'm obviously feeling really, really anxious about it, but underneath the anxiety is the real promise of some proper improvement, and that's exciting. Would you believe I've never had an IV before? Since I've been chronically ill, I've never had an IV. I feel like it's almost a failing on my part as a member of the chronic illness community, but that will be solved very soon. My family that was visiting have left now. I think all in all, I probably got to see them for less than 2 hours while they were here. The last couple of days have been really bad. Combination of payback for a busy day on Friday and just not sleeping at all last night. And it's really got me down, actually. I'm so fed up of being by myself all the time. And there's nothing I can even do about it. The last few days, I haven't even had the energy to reply to messages. It's just been me alone with my thoughts, and that is never a good thing. So I don't know what else to say other than I really hope I sleep better tonight. So I was planning on starting my diabetes medication today. I'm not really in the best frame of mind to do it, but I really need to use this week to start it and get over the side effects, because I'm having the flu jab done on Saturday and that wreaks a whole lot of hell with my body. So I need this week basically to start the diabetes medication. I was going to start it this morning, but after reading the leaflet that comes with it that details all the lovely side effects, it seems the best way to avoid those side effects is to take the medication with your biggest meal. And my biggest meal is usually lunch, so I'm going to wait and take it with that and hope that that helps keep the side effects at bay. Ugh. Yeah, so we shall see. So, it's been nearly 2 hours since I took my first dose of my diabetes medication, and so far, the only side effect I've experienced is minimal stomach cramps. That is much better than I was thinking it was going to be, so I'm feeling quite happy. And I've just got a delivery of a boots order that I made, and I thought I'd show you what I got, because I'm starting to prepare for when we go away to Breakspear for a month. So as I said in some of my very first videos, you have to be scent-free when you go to Breakspear. So, scent-free shampoo and conditioner, cleanser and toner. And this is a new product by Simple that I'm really looking forward to trying. It's an oil cleanser. And I really like oil cleansers because they don't dry your skin out. I also got, earplugs because I sleep extremely lightly or not at all, and any noise wakes me up straight away. These two things I'm really excited about. So I don't know if anyone knows of the brand This Works, but they do an amazing kind of pillow spray that's designed to relax you as you're going to sleep. And I've used it before. In terms of my sleep, I'm past the point where a pillow spray is gonna make sure I get a good night's sleep, but it certainly doesn't hurt, and it smells amazing. It's a mixture of lavender, wild chamomile and vetiver. I don't know how you say that, but it smells so good. And the second product, which I haven't tried before, is basically, if I can open it, just the pillow spray, but in a balm form. It's small, it's easy transportable, and although I won't be able to use it at Breakspear because, you know, it does have a smell, I'm expecting to have a lot of anxiety when I go away, and, you know, I'm thinking I'm probably going to have some panic attacks, and this is really good because the smell is super calming. So I'm just going to get a little bit and put it on my wrists when I'm feeling anxious so that hopefully it will calm me down. And then the last thing is a lipstick, because you can never have enough lipsticks. What a beautiful day. The colours on the trees are at their autumn peak, I think. I wish I could be outside. Today was day 3 of my diabetes medication, and it's gone remarkably smoothly so far. So smoothly, in fact, that I'm actually kind of suspicious. I've had a bit of stomach cramping, a tiny bit of nausea, but other than that, it's been fine, and I've never had that before, and it's kind of freaking me out. But in a good way, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm feeling good about it. I have to wait 3 months to have a blood test to know if it's actually working, but until then, I'm just gonna try and not think about it. Other than that, the last 2 days have been really uneventful. I haven't felt great, I haven't felt terrible. I've managed to do a few things, jobs, that sort of thing. I'm gonna go to bed because I'm feeling pretty tired. I finally got a call today about the results from the ultrasound I had on the lump on my shoulder. That must have been nearly a month ago. So I finally got a call from my GP after bugging them a few times. And as I said, when I had the ultrasound done initially, they couldn't work out what it was, but an ultrasound rules out that it's anything dangerous, so that's good. So I have an appointment in a couple of weeks, just before I go to Breakspear actually, with a doctor at my GP surgery who's got a lot of experience with these sorts of things. So he's going to take a proper look at it and try and work out what it is and what we do from there on. I'm a little worried that I've planned too much stuff before I go to Breakspear, because as I said, I'm having the flu jab done this Saturday, and then I've got a counselling session and this doctor's appointment that I just mentioned before I go. So I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. I have to do it. I've had quite a productive day today. I've got the majority of my Christmas shopping done, and it's only the 3rd of November, feeling pretty proud of myself. I wanted to get it all done before I leave for Breakspear for a month, because I won't be getting back until the 19th of December, and that's quite late to do my Christmas shopping. On the downside, I have to make my own dinner this evening, which happens very, very, very rarely. It's all kind of prepared, but I just have to kind of warm it up and cook some pasta. But that's still a lot for me to do. So let's hope I can do it. No, it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Time for the flu jab. Let's go. I survived. The waiting room was really busy and full of like screaming children. It was just very loud and horrible. But luckily I only had to wait about 5 minutes, and I was in there less than 30 seconds. She just jabs it in your arm and you're free to go. But I'm feeling very weird now. Come over very hot and starting to get a headache, so I'm going to stay in bed. I've started watching The Crown on Netflix and it's so good so far, so I'm going to continue watching that. Maybe throw in some Grey's Anatomy just to mix things up. So it's now day 3 of having had the flu jab. I definitely haven't felt as bad as last year, which is really good, because last year I had a really high temperature for the first 3 days after I had the flu jab, and I haven't had that this year. I still haven't obviously been feeling great. For me, it's not the intensity of the side effects that, not bother me, that's not quite the right word, affect me. It's the length of time that they last. If I had had a fever for 3 days, although that would have been horrible, if after the 3 days I would have then gone back to feeling how I would sort of normally, then that would be okay. But I didn't last year, and I know that that won't happen this time. So this time I've had kind of headaches and my fatigue has been worse, and although that doesn't make a great difference to a sort of my normal day-to-day functionality. It's the length of time that I know it's going to go on for. The side effects for me usually last a couple of weeks. I'm not feeling too bad now, but I know that in a few days, when it's sort of got to a week after and I'm still feeling really bad, then it's going to kind of get me down. I'm going to go and take my late afternoon tablets now, have dinner, and go to bed. I'm exhausted. Not been such a good day today. I had counselling, which was good, but all in all, still feeling just not right. I don't feel too bad when I'm lying in bed, but if I try and get up, just walking to my chest of drawers to get my tablets and then walking back again is tiring. The last couple of days, my anxiety at the thought of going away has suddenly shot up. I had an appointment with the nutritionist at Breakspear yesterday to talk about my supplement regime while I'm having the IV antibiotics, because it has to be slightly different. So we were talking about the things I'm going to add in. She was saying how the first few days of IVs are really, really tough on your body, but once you get through those, you know, it gets easier. And for some reason that really increased my anxiety, and yesterday and today I've been feeling really anxious. It's so funny because usually when there's something that I'm anxious about, I'm just 100% dreading it, but this time I'm like 50% dreading it and 50% wanting it to happen, you know, wanting it to start, because I know it's going to be really good for my treatment. So it's a very weird mixture of emotions I'm feeling. I don't have anything else to do this week, so I'm just going to spend it resting and hoping that I can start feeling slightly better after the flu jab. Today marks the end of another 2 weeks, the end of another video. It's been a weird one, I think, the last 2 weeks. It's been a bit of a slog. Well, the last month really has been pretty difficult. This is the last video I'll be ending here for a while, because the next few will be documenting my IV treatment, so soon enough I'll be in a completely new place. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye!